I'm gonna make a bold assumption and assume that every single person that is living right now on Earth that had cable television when they were growing up has watched at least one episode of the Power Rangers series. At least once. I'm not saying twice, but at least you've probably seen it as you're skipping through channels. You've probably seen it as you're waking up from a nap, or you've probably seen it when you're binge watching every single Power Rangers episode. Now, to be honest with you, I watched a lot of Power Ranger episodes, but this franchise has so many spin-offs, so many TV shows that, to be honest with you, I cannot pinpoint exactly which show that I watched. The big fights that they had in the cities that you see every Power Ranger, they will fight these villains, and these villains were just destroying the entire city. And I remember one thing that I will never forget about the Power Rangers franchise, and that is the Megazord. The Megazord is this big giant robot that every single Power Ranger will fuse into, and they will now use this giant robot in the final fight to defeat the villain once and for all. So, based on my assumption that every single person on Earth has watched the Power Rangers, I'm going to make another assumption as well, and I'm going to assume that every single director, writer, and producer in Marvel has watched the Power Rangers as well, because it seems that they put their inspiration of the Power Rangers into one show that was inside the Marvel Studios TV slate. And last month, we saw the first look of the trailer for Marvel Studios TV slate, and the shows / projects that were inside this TV slate consisted of Wonder Man, Marvel Zombies, Eyes of Wakanda, Ironheart, Daredevil Born Again, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, and What If Season 3. I already gave what I thought about these upcoming shows in that video, but 1 month after that trailer just dropped, and one of the shows that was inside that trailer has been released just today, and that is What If Season 3. Now, I'm pretty sure this is a running gag and a running theme in my videos, and that is me being ignorant to a lot of shows. So I'm just now stumbling on the What If series that Marvel has produced over the last 2 years. Sure, yeah, I've seen some clips of the series, and I do think that the animation that this show has to offer is pretty good for the most part, but I'll be completely honest with you guys, I did not watch a single drop of this entire show up until today. So I just watched the first episode of season 3, and remember, we know that this is going to be the last season of this entire series. So does season 3 start off with a bang? I do kind of think it starts off with a little bang. It's not the best season premiere episode in my honest opinion. It's still a pretty good episode, and I do think it's pretty creative, even though I've been seeing some people online saying that season 3 isn't as creative as the other seasons. But remember, I am ignorant to the other seasons, so I am just watching this first episode blindly, and my hands are tied behind my back. But the first episode of season 3 basically is just revolving around what if the entire Avengers are the Power Rangers. Basically, what if the entire world is just engulfed with this big infestation of gamma, big infestation and invasion of gamma monsters that basically the Hulk created. And when I did see how this episode took inspiration from shows like the Power Rangers, where we see the entire Avengers team becoming one big giant unit and one big mecha giant Avenger, I thought to myself, okay, it was pretty good. The first half of this episode, I wasn't really locked in because it was mostly exposition and they were just basically telling us what happened. But the second half of the episode, I was actually locked in. And we see this entire situation, this entire infestation of the gamma monsters start with Bruce Banner himself, because in this universe of this first episode, we see that the Avengers were already an established and well-loved team before the entire crazy era that this universe will be based upon. We see that the Avengers, Thor, Hulk, Iron Man, Captain America, Black Widow, Hawkeye, the OGs of the MCU, until one day something happened with the Hulk that caused his gamma radiation to multiply and to upgrade itself, and basically just infested the entire globe. I'm talking about every single corner of the earth. And we saw that the Avengers in this universe, the core OG Avengers, tried to stop this war, but they all died trying. And the descendants, the legacy characters of the Avengers, like Falcon, the Winter Soldier, Red Guardian, Shang-Chi, Moon Knight, and Monica Rambeau, they actually took up the mantles of the Avengers to fight the Gamma War, to fight the Gamma infestation that Banner created. And ever since this happened, Bruce Banner went into hiding because he was not only ashamed of his actions, or you could kind of say his inactions, but it's actually his fault because the gamma radiation came from the Hulk himself. But he also fled because he was afraid of the monsters that he created. He was afraid of the war that he basically put upon the earth, and he is doing nothing to stop this war. He has hid himself in some bunker that is completely in the middle of nowhere. But we now see that Bruce Banner had a friendship, a good friendship with Sam Wilson, who before was Falcon, now is Captain America. And since they were old friends in the past, Sam visits Bruce Banner in his new location that is completely hidden from the entire world. And Sam is trying to convince Bruce to at least do something to help the entire globe from something that he caused. But Bruce, he denies to go back in action because he is still afraid. He is still trying to hide himself from his actions. But we see that Bruce, he gifts Sam Wilson a device that can actually help the Avengers. And this device helps the Avengers become a big Power Ranger unit, because throughout this entire war, all of the Avengers have to become mech Avengers. They have to use these giant techs to battle the gamma monsters because the radiation is too strong, and the Avengers, they need these suits to even gain a chance to stop this war. But even though Bruce gave Sam Wilson this device, Bruce still denies to return to battle. And Sam and Bruce, their friendship in this universe is fractured, and we're still seeing the fractured friendship continue because Bruce has denied Sam again. But Sam, he's still adamant on trying to stop this invasion, still adamant on trying to save the world from the gamma infestation that has happened. So we see that the Avengers go into battle. They fly to the heart of the gamma infestation because earlier in the episode they noticed that these gamma monsters are trying to fully take over the world. They are trying to not only destroy the world by turning everyone into gamma monsters, but they are also trying to take over the world as well. So this is the final stand. This is the final battle of this universe. But the Avengers get their ass beat, even though they do the whole Power Ranger scene when all of the mecha giants become one and become this big giant Power Ranger Avenger. Despite all of the Avengers are inside this one unit, they still are no match for the gamma monsters. They are still no match for the Gamma King himself, except when they see a little hope. They see something flying, and that's a plane, and that plane is dropping off some container, and someone inside that container is Bruce Banner himself. And the entire Avengers team, they are shocked that Bruce Banner is even shown his face after he's been hiding all these years. But Bruce tells Sam that he is trying to do something that he may never recover from. He's trying to go all out. He's trying to absorb all of the radiation so that Bruce Banner himself can become not the Hulk, but become something more than the Hulk, to become a big, disgusting gamma monster. I don't even think we can even call him the Hulk anymore because he has a tail and he has powers where he can shoot gamma beams from his mouth. So we see the final fight of this episode, and we see Bruce taking on the Gamma King. And at first I thought that the gamma minions will come and try to jump Bruce, but that didn't happen because this fight is to show who will become the new Gamma King. And we see at first Bruce was about to lose the fight. Even though he is powered up, he is upgraded, we see him still get his ass beat for a little bit until Sam Wilson comes back into the battle, and he now jumps inside the big giant mech Avenger, and he pushes a button that causes one of the arms of the big giant mech Avenger to release itself and to shoot basically straight at the Gamma King, kind of knocking him down. And this caused an opening and an opportunity for Bruce Banner to now lay the final blow and basically knock out the Gamma King. And he killed the Gamma King by using that power, using his new power of shooting a gamma beam through his mouth, and he now incinerated the Gamma King. But after this happened, I thought that Bruce would attack the Avengers and try to destroy the whole world, but we see that is not the case because Sam Wilson, he comes down to that battle and he basically is having a heartfelt moment with Bruce, because earlier in the episode we saw that their friendship has been fractured due to Bruce fleeing from his problems. But we see that now, since Bruce has basically saved the world, and now that he is this Gamma King, Sam Wilson successfully reasons with Bruce to not go on a rampage and start to destroy things, and to just let this battle rest, let the world rest for now at least. So Bruce and the Gamma monsters, they go back to where they came from. But this seems that the chapter isn't closed in this universe, because since the fight is over, we didn't see the Gamma minions get destroyed. So the Gamma minions are still alive, and the Gamma infestation in this world is still alive. So that's basically how the episode ends. And to be honest with you guys, I think it was a solid first episode. I think they really took inspiration from the Power Rangers, because that scene when the Avengers, when Monica, Winter Soldier, Red Guardian, Shang-Chi, Moon Knight, and Captain America, Sam Wilson, when all of them fused into one big giant mech Avenger, I think they were heavily inspired by the Power Rangers. And growing up as a kid watching the Power Rangers, you know, that was kind of a good scene to see, in my honest opinion. But that's the end of the episode, man. What do you guys think of the first episode of What If Season 3? I'll watch the second episode, and I'm seeing that they are dropping episodes daily, so it seems that we're going to be seeing more content from the What If series up until the beginning of the year. But that's the end of the video. I'm out. Peace.